Stephen Robinson, Liberal Democrat, County Councillor for Chelmsford North and former parliamentary candidate for Chelmsford.
Stephen, were you gobsmacked in there for a minute?
It's a big disappointment that the County Council has caved in and is not willing to insist on public access to Shire Hall after they sell it off.
That much you can say, but your lips have to be sealed as you've taken a vow of silence when you became a county councillor. Is that right?
They decided to exclude the press and public on the grounds that it was a discussion of a commercial contract. I felt that that was unnecessary, and in fact I don't think there were anything that was actually discussed in the meeting that was commercially sensitive. The only issue is the debate about whether the public would allow to have access after they sell it off, and that discussion will be ongoing. The discussion with the developer Aquila will now continue, and by the County Council, and then the planning committee at the City Council will at some future date be involved in considering a planning application some way down the line.
You're not on this committee. Who called it in for scrutiny?
Mike McCrory, as the Lib Dem leader, called it in for review under the scrutiny process. Unfortunately, the scrutiny process is a very weak process, and all you can do is ask the cabinet member to think again. And we asked the committee to put that to the cabinet member, but the committee turned down our suggestion and said that the cabinet member could get on and implement her decision to go ahead with the contract.
You could easily shrug your shoulders and say, well, it's about the best a democracy could do, but what lessons have you learned from the way it's been handled?
I think Essex County Council was characterised as one of the most centralised councils in the country some years ago, with its cabinet system. Well, with all the power resting in the hands of...
Start again, I've interrupted you.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah. Some years ago, there was a review of different councils around the country, and Essex was identified as one of the most sort of centralised councils anywhere in the country, because it gives an awful lot of power to the individual cabinet members at Essex, and so there is very little opportunity for non-cabinet councillors to influence the decision-making process at Essex on a day-to-day basis, and that's just been shown today, that what even limited power the council has to ask for review, even that very limited power, the Conservative group is not willing to use.
Councillor Robinson.
It's me, yeah.
Councillor Robinson, have you got anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I think Shire Hall is emblematic of Chelmsford. It stood at the top of the high street for 228 years, and a lot of people have been in there to functions over the years, and know friends, relatives, and over the generations who've used that building. General elections results have been declared from the balcony in the past, and it would be a great shame if the public didn't have access to such a fine building in future.